Hello guys and welcome to the reading. If you saw the first one, welcome back and thank you very much for being back. So please let me explain what is happening here and why we have all the cards on the table already. I was in the middle of the reading, like literally in the middle somewhere here with the cards, when I noticed that my phone is not recording and that I have to start recording again. But I could not stop in the middle of the reading with the cards because they were very talkative. So I just pulled everything out that wanted to come out. So I'm here talking again. Okay. Let me settle. So, there were potentially a few themes for this reading. And I took the Tarot deck to ask what is gonna be our theme. And these three cards came together, the Empress, the Four of Cups, and the Six of Cups, and immediately I knew that it's about the blessings that we are starting to get in this period of time. Because for quite some time, I've been getting the info that we've been dealing with the karma of our ancestors and ours, of course. And now is the time to get all of the blessings, which we see in these, all of three, but here we were waiting for it, dreaming about it. And here we have it. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and I'm feeling good. Okay, that came out when I saw this portal here. I don't know if you can see it, where the two ravens are going. They are going into the portal. And as our first reading said, we are in the time of the rebirth. So this represents our theme. And then all of this came out for the clarification. So let me start. These two here, cups again, are talking about co-creation. Us with the divine, primarily. Then our feminine energy with our masculine energy. Ourselves with the people around us. Like all kind of cooperation and co-creation that you can think about. And as you can see in this card, what can I say again, except it's beautiful. All the colors are there. And you see how the hands are different, but they are together. It's like all the things that can co-create is, as I said, we with the divine, our masculine with our feminine, us individually with the people around us. We are not all the same, and that is the point. We all bring something to the table. We all bring something to the cup, our color. And when you mix all of that, it just becomes this rainbow of possibilities. But in order to do that, we got to have clear mind, clear vision about what we want. This part here, the King of Swords and the Eight of Swords, are talking about how for quite some time we've been like in a divine academy for mastering our thoughts. Because as you know, basically the line, our thoughts create our realities, and they can be positive or negative. And we've all been through so many stuff in our lives, heavy stuff that made us feel like this. But as we can see in this is not the reality. This is what she sees and thinks it is. But that is just one perspective. As I am going back again to the first video, because it's all connected in a way, we need to train our perspectives through life. We need to give ourselves the chance to see a bunch of them. Because when you see the negative and the positive and the ups and the downs and the black and the white and everything, it's like pieces of the puzzle that give you the full picture. And until now, the negative thoughts, the heavy thoughts, burdening ones, were the ones that were primarily leading the show. And now, as the ancestors are saying, it is time for us to take the wheel of our thoughts into our own hands, so we will be able to get the blessings. Because when you are accustomed and you can be to the negative thoughts, feelings, situations in your life, when you get something nice, something that you wanted, you can think, oh, is this another trick? Is this gonna be another problem? Is this gonna blow up eventually? Is it gonna be something bad for me? And then we are not a vibrational match for the good things. And we can literally get a good thing and transform it into a bad one if we are not in a good state of mind. So, the main advice is that we need to be very, very careful with our thoughts, and that it's okay right now to relax and to expect for nice things, for the blessings to start pouring. And because I think someone is gonna get something from my explanation, I need to get a little bit personal again, so I'll tell you my story about this. For the last couple of days, I've been blessed to get many things that I've been waiting for. Months for some, a couple of years for some, and 10 and 20 years for some. And it's like a bunch, not one, but like a bunch of good things came in one day. And my mind was like, okay, what am I gonna do now? How am I gonna manage everything and everybody? What's gonna be the first thing to enjoy in? And then just my mind went into a familiar negative rant. It was like 5 minutes in, and I just thought, okay, wait a second. If you continue like this, you're gonna screw everything up, and it's not gonna be a blessing, and it's not gonna be nice, and you're not gonna enjoy in all of that, and other people that are involved are not gonna enjoy. So just take a moment, take a deep breath, open up the cards for yourself. Of course I did that. And then it all like came into place, because the info that I got was that literally now I have to get accustomed to getting those new nice things. People, situation, energies, it doesn't matter what it is exactly for you. And then we need to get in the right state of mind so we can deal with the positive. Because trust me, if you are not in the right state of being, you can screw up the positive thing. And then this came, and that represents everything individually that you want. You need to take it, and you need to, the word, to work with the flame. The flame cannot be too little, and it cannot be a wide fire, because either way it's not right for what you need to do. You need to nurture the flame in yourself primarily, and for everything that you want. And now, when I say that you want, I mean that your soul wants. It's not what you think you want. It's not what you want at some point because of some trauma to try and fix the hurt parts in you. But it's like to get a second, it's coming through again. So you have your heart here. You have your mind here. And when you get those two together to be on the same line, to match, and not to have any fighting, that's exactly it. That's what your soul wants and needs. So, I would say the time is now. Get a pen and a paper. You can get your phone, or a laptop, or I don't care what, but I think that the pen and the paper are always the best. I like when I can feel it in my hands, the material and everything. It has a soul on its own. And start writing your wishes. It can be something that you wished for like a month or something from when you were a child. But make a new, fresh list for yourself. Because the Ten of Swords is telling us that like almost everything, this situation that was bothering us, it's all coming to an end. We are on the new horizon. The sun is coming up, and it's gonna be so beautiful when the blessings start pouring, and they already are. So you need to get in the vibrational match so you can receive them. That's why I'm telling that we need to take care of our thoughts and to make a list and to see what in this exact moment is that we want and need and what are our passions about. So more or less, this is the story about that. Then, we had these three cards that came together. Six of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Hanged Man. This too has been a recurring theme for a couple of months. Talking about equality, equal giving and receiving, and cooperation. Again, when I say equal giving and receiving and cooperation, I mean you with yourself, you with the people around you, you with the universe. It's time for the balance. And I need to talk more about the cooperation card. I've been told that it's time for people to start coming together so we can help each other achieve our dreams and goals. And my advice is, if you've been thinking about starting anything new in your life, it can be a job, exercise regime, thinking, to train your mind for the positive thinking. Get yourself an accountability buddy. Start doing the thing hand in hand. Oh my God, I got so emotional when I said hand in hand. There are things that we need to do by ourselves in life alone. We all have a hero journey, and the hero usually goes on the journey alone, but there are times when teamwork and getting together with other souls that you resonate with is the ultimate experience and ultimate happiness. And the Hangman, changing of perspectives. Again, we talked about that in a previous reading, and as you will see, we have the Hangman here also. But it's all talking about the perspectives of ourselves that we need to attain, and the perspective of our lives and other persons in our lives. Because For example, you may have a person that you don't like, let's say like that. That person triggers you for something because the person is as they are. You should not at first be like, no, I cannot work with you, I cannot cooperate with you, you're like this and everything. You need to sit firstly with yourself to see why that person bothers you, what bothers you, to see what's in you that makes you feel that way. And maybe that person is there to teach you something, because I can talk with the cards, but I'm not good with the technical stuff, as we can see. So I may have a technical person to help me with the technical stuff, but it's an annoying person in some other way. Then you sit with yourself, with the person, and you see, is there a way to cooperate in some way? And to be clear, I'm not telling you to have and keep in your life persons that you don't have any business with, that you do not have a connection with. I'm just telling you that we need to have boundaries, but we also need to be a little more like children, what's the word? To want to get to know new things, new people, and other sides of them. To look the people and the situations from all the angles, not just from one, but from all. Maybe you cannot get one thing, but you can get another thing. And remember, you have to give something in return. It needs to be equal in some way. And equality can be a tricky thing sometimes, because people tend to not see things equally if they are not the same. It's like, I give you $100, you give me $100. Most of people would say that's equal. But if you give me $100 and I give you a candle that I made, is it equal? For some, it's gonna be. For someone, it's not gonna be. But you need to, in a way, put a value on the things that you want. Because a small thing can be expensive. A big thing can be cheap in a way, monetary or energetically. But what is important is what is important to you. And that basically is what the last card is telling us. We are finally getting to a point where we can put on the paper the things that are important to us, that we are passionate about, that we want to have and do in our lives, and to start doing them. It is time. If you wanted to start something, start. start. We already paved that path a little bit. But right now, this row is telling us that we are getting into the new reality. And it can be nice. And you can have the thing that you wanted for so long. It may come in a different form. And that's because of the thoughts. We need to train ourselves to recognize things from our soul. Not with our eyes, not with our triggers, but with our soul. And it's the time to tell yourself, okay, I wanted this for a month, a year, since I was born. I'm taking that stuff and I am doing it. And nothing's gonna stop you anymore. Of course, don't go head first. Don't rush too much. Keep it steady. But start. And it's all gonna be all right. Excuse me. And then we are coming to the last row as like conclusion. Which again, I need to mention the first reading. We have the Death card and the Hangman, which are again telling us about death, rebirth cycle, different perspectives. And then that as our lives can change drastically from bad to worse in one day or in a month, the opposite can also happen. Drastic change from bad to good. So again, we, with the cooperation, in the cooperation with ourself, our subconscious, other people, divine, we pave the way. I mean, look at how it's beautiful, it's golden. And now he has the bridge that he did not have until now to cross to the other side and to get to his wish. And we are getting the full fulfillment. The good things are and will start more and more to materialize in this physical world. So please take a deep breath, lighten up, stop looking at this, pick your gaze up and start noticing the segments of the new reality that is starting to manifest. You don't have to be afraid anymore. If you are still a little bit, I know it's okay. It's a tough thing to get from your shoulders, from your mind. but we will all hold hands and we will make it. And it's going to be, again, so beautiful that soon we will all start talking about all of the blessings that are coming through. Right now, let me say this for the end. When the good things right now start pouring, don't, from the first second, talk about that with everyone. Don't, it energetically waters it down because it's not fully in the material, not fully manifested yet. So just keep calm, enjoy quietly, and just walk. And as you do with that new good feeling and new positive thoughts, the golden road and the cups are just going to start appearing before you more and more and more and more. That's it for today. A big, 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 big hug from me. And hope to see you again in the next reading. Thank you very much for being here.